have you checked the airport? Then do it. Look, a woman like Eden shouldn't be that difficult to find.
This is Cruz. I want to talk to Eden.
Yeah, I know you do, Cruz, but I'm afraid that the feeling isn't mutual. So unless you'd care to leave a message...
Quit jerking me around, Cranston, and put her on the phone.
I'm going to ask you not to call her again.
Listen, man. You think I don't know what you're doing?
Okay, I'll bite. What am I doing?
You have the gall to try to keep Eden and me apart.
Well, as her future husband, I don't think that's too unreasonable. You have to admit you have a tendency to upset her.
That's a crock. You're just afraid that if I talk to her, she'll come to her senses.
Look, Cruz, Eden told me she didn't want to talk to you. I'm just respecting her wishes. So do yourself a favor, all right? Don't call her back for a while. Whatever you have to say can wait till after the wedding.
You're out of your mind. There's not going to be a wedding.
Cruz, with or without your blessings, Eden and I are going to be married. So why don't you just be a good sport and leave us alone, okay? Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Now, you listen to me, Kirk.
All right, Mason, I'll tell you everything. About the pills, all of it. Providing you won't use it against me.
I won't if you don't give me calls.
I won't.
Then you have nothing to fear. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it all started when I realized that Cece might come out of his coma. I was in a terrible emotional state because I knew if he woke up, he would throw me out of the house and take away everything that was dear to me. He'd take away Brandon, and I couldn't stand that. So I was desperate to find a way out. And then I realized what I had to do.
Mary.
Don't touch me.
Just stop running from me.
Well, stop chasing me.
Stand still long enough to hear me out.
Mason, there's nothing I want to hear from you. I went in to check on your father. I didn't mean to interrupt you and Gina.
Gina means nothing to me.
Oh, why do you tell me that?
Because I'm afraid you still think that we're carrying on behind your back.
Hey, I just work here. It's none of my business what you do with your father's wife.
I love you, Mary.
Save it for somebody who cares. I don't.
You don't mean that.
It's over, Mason. Accept it.
Can't. I won't.
Well, I'm not giving you a choice in the matter.
All right. Thanks. Yeah. Is this the head ranger? Ted Capwell. Yeah, I'm calling for some news about my mother, Sophia Armonti. Well, she and a friend were trapped by the fire up at Lake Casitas, and I'm... Yeah, the main cabin by the scouts camp. Well, I'm just wondering if you can tell me some news. What's going on? What? Wait. The fire swept through there. Well, then what's going on with the camp? Burned to the ground. Mom.
Where are we going?
The end of this canyon. Hopefully we'll find some help.
What if we don't?
I guess we don't know.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you all right? You look a little frazzled.
That's not an act. My feet feel like wet bags of cement, and I'm working on a Class A headache.
Tough morning, huh?
Tough? I'll tell you, tough. I was lucky to get out alive.
No. You know, tell you what, I'll put that away for you. Why don't you come over here, take a load off your little feeties. That's it, baby. You gotta relax. There you go. I'll put this for you away. No problem.
Oh, you're a saint.
Yeah. Yeah. So, why don't you give me the play-by-play?
Oh, well, for starters, okay. The other waitress calls in sick, so I, selflessly, Volunteered to do both stations. Dumb. Very dumb.
Oh, geez, it turned out to be a little more than you can handle, huh?
No, I was doing okay until this busload of tourists pull up. And then all hell breaks loose. Okay, Buzz starts yelling. Okay, we run out of eggs. The dishwasher breaks. There's not enough chairs.
Yeah, well, I get the idea.
No, there's more if you want the gruesome details.
No, I think I'll just take your word for it.
Why are you wearing the silly apron again?
Oh, well, you don't like it?
No, it's darling. I don't know why you're taking this house husband thing so seriously.
Well, Amy, when Brick Wallace cleans house, he don't mess around.
No.
Do you approve?
It's beautiful. The house is beautiful. I don't know how you do it.
Organization.
No, I mean it. Any average American would be a basket case by now.
Well, what could I say? I'm not your average American.
I knew that the minute I met you.
Did you?
Do I smell food?
Yes, you do indeed, and it's called lunch, and there's a lovely bottle of champagne chilling in the refrigerator as we speak.
Champagne?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's eat.
Oh, no. You just sit right here.
No, I'll help you get...
No. You don't go anywhere. You don't want to see another kitchen anyway, do you? And besides, you're not a waitress here.
Okay.
All right? I can handle it.
I don't know why I worry about you.
You say I don't know either. Keep telling you, everything at home is fine.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me, this housewife routine's a breeze.
And that's when I pulled the plug. And then I waited outside the window until I saw Mary coming. And I rushed out as soon as she got a good look at the wig and the dress. Well, Mason, that's my confession. No one knows the truth except you and me. You won't turn me in, will you? Mason? Where did you go?
Mary, don't do this to me.
You'll survive.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
Mason, I'm working. I don't have time for this.
And I know you have feelings for me.
No, my feelings were for someone else entirely. I know what kind of a man you are now, and I really wish I'd found out about it earlier.
Mary.
Don't!
Do you remember that afternoon on the beach when I first told you that I loved you?
Yeah, you were real convincing. Of course, you've had a lot of experience with that sort of thing.
It's from the heart.
I don't believe that either.
I've lied to other women. Never to you.
You have too.
When? What have I lied about?
Gina!
Mary, I told you Gina set up that love scene to drive you away from me.
Mason, I'm talking about your affair with her.
I never told you about that, but I never lied about it.
Let's not split hairs here, okay? Oh, forget it. You're so morally out of it that you don't know which way is up.
Maybe so. But I do know I love you.
Oh, Mason, just drop it. You know, I was stupid enough once to fall for your romantic tricks, but it's not going to happen again. Not for all the flowers or mariachi bands in the world.
Mason, what are you doing out here?
I'm sorry, Gina. Are you ready to proceed with your confession?
Proceed? Do you realize that all this time I was in Cece's room talking to myself?
Well,
How dare you? First of all, you forced me to confess a lot of things you already know about. And then when I'm bearing my soul to you, you don't even have the decency to stick around and listen to me.
Oh, come on, Gina. I don't think it'll do your immortal soul any permanent damage to run through it again.
Forget it. It was painful enough the first time around. There is only so much humiliation I can take.
You better get used to it, Gina. This is only the beginning.
Buzzface. I know you from somewhere.
Hello, bro.
Ah, boy. I'm gonna make a casual observation, so I hope you don't take it too personally. But you, my friend, are a mess.
Thanks.
I'm serious, pal. I mean, you are taking this thing between Kirk and Eden, Eden and Kirk. I can see in your insides out. Why can't you just accept it?
Why can't I accept her marrying the guy?
Marrying the guy. It's not your gig anymore. Besides, look at you. You're much too strong to lose it over some skirt.
We're not talking about some skirt.
Okay. Woman.
The woman I'm in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're oblivious to that concept.
Oh, I am. Now, me, I must have fallen for a couple of hundred women. I swore each time was the last. Now, you could take it from somebody who's been there. After the first dozen or so, bye-bye gets a heck of a lot easier.
Pearl, you're such a great help.
Well, so what are you gonna do? You can't keep this up forever. You don't eat, you don't sleep. Sooner or later, something's gonna give.
I'll be fine as soon as I can see her and find out what's really going on.
Well, you've thought about using the phone?
I use the phone. She doesn't answer the phone. He does. He says she doesn't want to talk to me.
Okay, well, I hate to point out the obvious, but maybe she does.
And I want to hear it from her, and I want to know why.
Why? Basic primate behavior. She fell for the guy. Happens all the time.
No possible way, man. He's got something on her. He's got some kind of leverage going.
Like what?
Like what? I don't know like what. If I knew like what, then I wouldn't have to... If I knew like what, I'd know what to do, wouldn't I?
Okay, so let's talk options.
Yeah, you want to talk options? Options are very... I'll tell you one thing. If I didn't have a badge, I'd go in there, knock his door down, put the dude on the floor, and talk to her face to face. In fact, I still may do that.
Hold down, cowboy. You got breaking and entering written all over you.
Yeah, right. I suppose you got a better idea, right?
Yeah. Why don't you let the Pearl handle this one?
Sure. How much, Pearl?
Forget it, how much. This one's on me.
You want to put that ring back?
This ring?
That's the one.
You didn't think that I'm just doing the instrument here.
Well, Dad, looks like your wife's back on the pills. Thought she was finally off the treadmill, but I guess she just couldn't cope with the slings and arrows that she's had to deal with of late. I'm sorry you have to listen to this again. I haven't had the pleasure of hearing it yet.
All right, Mason, I'll tell you everything. About the pills, all of it. Providing you won't use it against me.
I won't if you don't give me cause.
I won't.
Then you have nothing to fear. Go ahead.
All right.
Mason?
Oh. Yeah, Ted.
Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in on you there.
It's all right. I was just keeping Dad company.
Listen, I think you ought to know, I just talked to the ranger up at Lake Casitas.
Any word on Sophia and Lionel?
Yeah, it's not good, Mason. He said that the fire swept through the entire camp where they were at.
And?
Well, none but ashes, no sign of survivors.
But Ted, don't jump to conclusions. I'm sure they got out all right.
Yeah, but there's no word, Mason. There's no sign that they did.
Any sign that they didn't? No, so let's try to think positively. Besides, if Sophia can survive this household, she's not going to let a little forest fire ruin her day.
I wouldn't take this so lightly. We're talking about my mother here.
And I'm not. I'm as concerned as you are. But I think if they haven't been found, that's a sign for hope. Besides, we know that Brandon's safe. That's something to be thankful for.
Yeah. Well, though Brandon was so tired when they brought home last night. probably sleep all day.
Why don't we go check up on him?
Yeah, let's.
And Ted, try not to worry about Sophia. Lionel will spend his life getting himself out of tight spots. Sure he got us both out of this one.
The whole cabin's burned to the ground.
No, Warren, that doesn't mean anything. The forest rangers said that there were no bodies found. Sophia and Lionel must have escaped.
But there's no way to survive that fire. There's no place to hide.
Warren, we can't give up hope.
We can't have any. If they're not there, where are they?
Why are we stopping here? Why aren't we going any further?
You saw those cliffs?
Yeah.
Ho! It's a box canyon. The only way out of here is the way we came in.
What about the fire, Lionel?
It's a long way off. Wind could change. Fire could die by itself. Anything could happen.
Not exactly the Ritz, but...
All right, I'm going to stay here. We've got to keep going.
Where? Where do we go?
Anywhere. I don't care. The fire's coming this way. It's not going to stop.
Sophia, there's no place else to run. This is a box canyon. It's the end of a box canyon. Those cliffs out there are 200 feet high. Now, short of an elevator, this is it.
I don't hear that. I don't want to hear it. That we cannot give up. We've got to think. There's got to be a way out of here.
Okay. At least we won't die of thirst, huh?
Look at this. A rope here. Maybe we can do something with it.
What are you proposing?
I don't know. Maybe we can climb out. You used to be a rock climber, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to be a rock climber, but we're not going to get anywhere with that. Hang on. Horse got away. I should have tethered it properly.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
What are you saying to me? Are you saying to me that we're going to die? I don't want to die. I'm not ready. I can't. I've got too many things unfinished.
I'm just saying that this is it. This is all there is. Just right here and now. Yeah.
Don't say that.
The rangers up there say one of their men spotted a riderless horse bolting out of the woods away from the fire, and from the description, it sounds like the one Lionel took to reach Sophia.
Well, Cruz, what are they waiting for? I mean, why isn't there a search party out there looking for him?
I asked the same question, Teddy.
So?
They got one standing by, but they can't go in until the fire's under control.
Oh, great. So meanwhile, we don't even know if Mom is dead or alive.
Ted, I know she's going to be all right.
Well, wait a minute. Now, where's he? I mean, does she know about this?
I don't know.
Well, where is she?
I don't know that either. I was hoping you did.
Now, I don't know. I've been calling her at Kirk's, but she's always out shopping or something.
Yeah, or something.
Do you think she knows that Sophia is in danger?
I doubt it. I think you would have heard from her.
I wouldn't be so sure. I mean, you know, the way she feels about Mom and everything.
Now, wait a second, man. No matter what she says, Eden doesn't want something bad to happen to your mama. She loves her.
Well, I do too, but we kind of have a strange way of showing it to her. I mean, every time she comes by, we drive her out of the house. And for all we know, my mom could be dead right now.
Ted, come on. You couldn't have foreseen this.
I don't care. Just no excuse for the way we've been treating her.
Well, good afternoon, folks.
Is Eden with you?
No, sorry.
Where is she?
Like I told you on the phone, Cruz, she's at my apartment.
Great.
Well, I wouldn't waste any time. You see, Eden's feeling just a little under the weather. I disconnected the phone so she wouldn't be disturbed.
Well, does she know what kind of danger her mother is in right now?
Yes, Ted, I gave her the news. She wants everyone to know that her prayers are with Sophia. Mine are too, for that matter. Well, Ted, by the way, looks like you and I are about to become brothers-in-law, huh?
What?
No one's told you? Eden and I are getting married.
Cruz, what's he talking about?
Excuse me, man. I think I need some beer.
Well, I can't blame the guy, but he'll get over it, right? After all, the important thing is Eden's happiness.
Yes?
Is that you, Mr. Cranston?
Yes, it is.
Look, I checked the airport and the limousine services, like you said, and, well, there's no record of Eden Capwell leaving the city. Would you like me to keep looking? I mean, I can try the taxi companies and maybe the bus lines.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. Why don't you do that? Wait until Cruzy hears about this.
Hello.
Cruz, it's me, Superboy. I'm calling from Cranston's building.
Did you find Eden?
No, she wasn't in the apartment. Now get a load of this. A guy calls while I'm in there cleaning house.
Wait a second. The phone wasn't disconnected? Cranston, you lying son of...
Wait a minute. Listen to me. The guy who called, he's working for Cranston. He is running all over town trying to track down Eden.
What are you talking about, Pearl?
What's the matter? Don't you get it? Mr. Harvard, MBA bozo, doesn't know where Eden is either. She flew the coop, man. Disappeared.
All right, thanks for your time. I'll talk to you later. Hey, this is going far enough.
Well, not bad. How's yours?
Delicious. No, I mean it. It's the best lunch I've ever had.
Oh, good.
Now, I'd really love to know your secret.
You mean which brand of mayonnaise I use?
No, I mean how you managed to take care of the kid and make lunch and do the cleaning without...
I said it once, Amy. I'll say it again. It's organization. You just take one step at a time with the chores, and the day just falls into place.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me something. How do you organize a baby?
Oh, Johnny's no problem. Not at all. And in fact, you know, I didn't hear a peep from him all day. I just did the housework and, he just kind of hung out in the playpen like a little angel.
You know, if you're not very careful, I'm going to get a very serious inferiority complex over this.
Oh.
Now, I mean, pretty soon you're going to tell me that you enjoy doing housework.
Well, I do. I found cleaning house to be very relaxing, you know, once you get a handle on it. Of course, you have to be organized. That's what I always say. To remember that rule of thumb. What was it? A place for everything and everything in its place?
Well, I can't argue with the results. The house never looked this good when I was in charge.
Does that mean you're going to promise me that you won't worry about Johnny and me?
Really, I think you ought to consider a career in housekeeping consultation. No, I'm telling you, you could write a book, go on tour, you know.
No, I
talk
think
shows.
we're getting carried away.
You'd make a fortune.
That's fine. Eat your lunch. Here's a pick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You and Eden are getting married.
Mm-hmm.
This must be some kind of joke.
Well, I appreciate your vote of confidence, Mason.
I'm very confused. You're an attractive man and everything, but Eden loves Cruz.
Apparently she had a change of heart.
Oh, she's lost her mind. Kirk, you and Eden only met a couple of months ago, and if I recall, it wasn't exactly love at first sight.
Yes, we did have a few misunderstandings at first, but obviously we have ironed those out. Believe me, Mason, we both know we're doing the right thing.
Yes, well, I'm going to reserve further comment until I've spoken with my fickle sister about it.
Well, I wish I would have known about this when I was still in Paris. I could have bought a beautiful dress for the occasion.
Oh, we don't have time to plan a big wedding. I think we'll go for a small ceremony in judges' chambers.
Oh, but that's so boring.
Well, don't feel obliged to come, Gina. You are all invited, of course, but we wouldn't want to offend anyone if they decided to decline.
Yes, well, I hope you'll do us all the courtesy of holding off on an announcement until we have some word on Sophia.
Of course. As far as I'm concerned, though, the sooner we get married, the better. But I'll leave that up to Eden.
That's very considerate of you.
Well, look, I've got to run. I'll give Eden your hearty congratulations from both of you.
Oh, do that.
Well, who would have guessed it? Kirk and Eden. That must have been the best-kept secret in Santa Barbara.
One of them. We all have our secrets, Gina.
Mason.
Some more sordid than others.
Well, I did what you asked. I mean, I confessed everything. It's not my fault if you walked out in the middle of it. And if you think I'm going to repeat it, you're nuts. I was out of my mind to tell you anything in the first place.
It's all right, Gina. I still have more than enough evidence to move against you. And that's just what I plan to do.
But you can't, Mason. You promised.
I lied. Besides, it's my responsibility.
But I didn't do any harm. Nobody was hurt.
Not yet. But I couldn't live with myself knowing that Brandon was being brought up by a junkie.
What did you call me?
Well, why mince words, Gina? You're a drug addict by your own admission, and I'm going to expose you.
Mason, you don't know what you're talking about. If you stayed around and heard everything I said, you wouldn't be calling me those names. Well, yes, not those names.
Yes. I think I'll take out an ad in the Sunday paper. Or maybe you rent a billboard.
You think I'm back on pills? Is that what's going on?
Isn't that enough?
Is that what all this fuss is about? You really think I'm back on pills? Oh, Mason, well, you see, the problem is you missed the most important part, where I explained everything about how I kicked the habit.
Gina, this prescription was filled less than 3 weeks ago. It's right there in black and white. That's all the proof I need.
Give me those.
No, Gina. I tried to warn you to stay out of my private affairs, but you wouldn't listen. Now it's my turn. By the time I'm through with you, they won't let you within 100 miles of Brandon.
Mason, you can't do that. Give me those pills.
Just try me.
Give it.
Ow, Gina!
That's what I think of your proof.
Well, go ahead and destroy him, Gina. The pharmacy will have a record of this prescription. Besides, all that really matters is this.
Well, aren't you going to finish your lunch?
No, if I do, you're going to have to roll me out of here in a wheelbarrow.
Well, Amy, I'd hope that you'd save some room for dessert.
You're gotta be kidding.
No, I'm not.
With all you had to do, how do you have time? I know. I'm sorry. Okay, organization.
Good. You're catching on. Amy,
Right.
Whipping up a fabulous lunch is no different from any other household chore.
Delivery from Michael's Delicatessen?
Yeah. All it takes is organization, a cool head, a little talent, and lots of imagination. saying that things don't get hectic once in a while, even us experts, if you will, run into a few complications now and then. But there's always a logical solution. Any questions?
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you very certain that you will not reconsider my idea about being a housekeeping consultant? Because you'd be doing the domestic role a great service. I'm telling you, Pulitzer Prize.
Really? Well,
oh, yeah.
I'll give it some thought. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just sit back and stay nice and relaxed for me while I jump into the kitchen there and come out in a flash with a piece de resistance.
You have to be careful. You're going to spoil me.
That's the idea.
Honey, do you know where my blue sweater is?
I don't know. Why don't you look in the closet there?
Thanks.
No, the upstairs closet.
Organization, huh?
What are you grinning about?
I was just reminiscing.
You want to let me in on it? I sure could use a distraction.
Yeah, I'll let you in on it. I was thinking about the first time we met. Remember that time in Hollywood? I will never in my life forget you standing on that soundstage with a microphone hanging over your head, delivering those lines.
You were hiding in the shadows like a scared little boy.
It was because I was so weak-kneed. My stomach was churning. I didn't want you to see me in that condition.
I knew you were there.
Did you?
Sure I did.
ESP.
I don't know, something like that. I could feel your presence. I could feel you looking at me. And to tell you the truth, my heart was pounding, and I was probably very red underneath my makeup.
We had some good times, didn't we? Laughter. Champagne. I can smell the ocean. And the long walks we had up the beach.
You were very romantic.
I couldn't help myself. I mean, I was so smitten. There was stars in my eyes and thunder in my chest.
Do you remember the time that I came home from the studio and I was exhausted and I came dragging in and I found you there and you were surrounded by every flower imaginable and balloons?
Wasn't that the night that we ended up going swimming au naturel in the hotel pool?
Yeah, I think that was also the night that you were chasing white swans across the lawn naked.
Oh, I would have caught that sucker too if that security guard hadn't caught me first.
Oh, it was so embarrassing.
How on earth did you go home with your clothes and I couldn't even find mine?
That's what you get for chasing white swans naked.
It was worth it. It was all worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then I found out you were married.
I'm sorry. I hope those times weren't too terrible.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I know how bad it got after that.
You underestimate yourself.
Yeah.
never forget all the happiness you gave me.
I'm glad to hear you say that. We were happy, weren't we?
What's on that tape, Mason?
Haven't you figured it out, Gina? It's your confession. The whole wretched story from beginning to end.
You taped it?
Yeah. It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, I would have missed it.
I never said you could tape it.
You never said I couldn't.
Mason, that's unfair. Damn it.
You know what they say about love and war, Gina? If you'd wanted fair, well, you should have challenged me to backgammon or something instead of interfering in my relationship with Mary.
I hate you.
Yeah, likewise. It is going to make it all the more fun exposing you. I'm really sort of looking forward to hearing the gruesome details.
You haven't listened to it yet?
Nope, not yet. I haven't had time. But I know the gist of it. It's an old story, Gina. Probably started off with 1 or 2 pills during the day to calm your nerves, maybe. Another one at night to help you sleep. Next thing you know, you're taking another one and another one.
That's when I pulled the plug. Then I waited outside the window until I saw Mary coming. And rushed out as soon as she got a good look at the wig and the dress.
Well, Gina? Am I to assume by your silence that my description of your addiction is accurate?
Really, it's close enough.
Yes. Well, I still want to hear it from the junkie's mouth. Excuse me.
I have to get that tape before he listens to it.
Sophia, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
Sorry, it was not you. I'm just feeling a little sorry for myself.
Why? What's the matter?
It's just been such a long time since anyone has showed me any affection. You don't know how terrible it is, how awful it is to be rejected by your family.
I wish I could have helped.
Thank you. Just knowing that you care helps.
I do. I always have.
You came all the way up here for us to save us. Me and Brandon, you saved his life.
I didn't do such a good job for us.
Oh, God, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Do you see anything?
No, the smoke's too thick. Look, can you take it down a little lower?
No way, that canyon's too narrow.
But what if they're down there?
Sorry, we gotta get out of here. We're almost out of fuel.
Come back here?
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
Great.
Hey,
I'm gonna find out what the hell's going on. Cranston, open up! I appreciate you helping me get lost, man. Kirk, open this door. I'm gonna knock it down.
Bruce, what do you want?
What do you think I want?
I told
Open
you
up.
Eden doesn't want to talk to you right now.
All right, have it your way, man.
Don't run your mouth over your mouth!
Now, take out of here! Where is it? Get him out! Let go of me, man. Where'd you get off telling me that you know where she is when she's not even here?
You better answer him, Harvard, okay?
Get away from me, man. What have you done with Eden?
I haven't done anything, and you can threaten me until you are blue in the face. That's not going to change anything, Cruz. Eden and I are going to get married.
Here you are.
All right, go ahead. Hit me. Take me out. I will see you in court.
If anything happens to her, you are a dead man.
What's that? More threats?
No. That's a promise.
You're in the right place this Thursday afternoon. At 5, the crew of the Starship Enterprise discover a whole civilization made up of clones. The DJ Cat Show is packed with personalities at 3:45. We've comedy in half an hour with the new Leave It to Beaver. And coming up next on Sky One is Maud. Stick around.